Rolling? Rolling. Wait, I'll tell you. Rolling. Hi, Vishwesh. What's up, man?
I have a good day.
This is big on, but yes, so far so good.
Why?
There's too much attention too early in the morning.
Wow, cheers for this. I need to explain all the simple like the nose on my face. If you were sharing a brain to reach another, you'd still be an fancy, but why? I choose to train, don't have no reason to be polite. But then to be a choo-choo, you'd have to be right back. Your case in point.
Bombay is kind of like the band who's changed. What do you do when your favorite band changes? You go back to the albums where they were your favorite band.
रोज वही बसर रश आवर्स एलिवेटर्स कॉफी ब्रेक्स चाय ब्रेक चिवड़ा ब्रेक अरे लेता है यार कोई मेल मीटिंग लंच टाइम विंडर नोट्स डेडलाइंस प्रिंट आउट सीपीयू ऑन सीपीयू ऑफ
All the things that are good about Bombay are things that have always been in Bombay. There's only things that are not good that have been new things about Bombay. What am I supposed to get inspired by?
ट्रैफिक जैम माउस पॉइंटर्स पोस्ट इट्स एक और पोस्ट इट रिमाइंडर टारगेट कट ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टिक टॉक टिक टॉक टिक टॉक
Bombay is the creative capital of India, man. But it doesn't behave like one. There is no sense of architecture or design or management or infrastructure. Our cabbies have gotten worse. Our rickshaw drivers are completely intolerable now. There used to be a time where I used to actually brag about the fact that, your taxi guy would go get you the change. And they were very polite and trustworthy and dependable, and all of that has just changed. It baffles me to see, because it used to be the fundamental difference between this city and every other city in the country was that nowhere else would you see from the ground up people are in a hurry and people are extremely happy, and you don't know why. For both. You don't know why they're in such a hurry and you don't know why they're so happy. As a filmmaker from the city, you have to continuously keep shooting in this city. I would honestly keep looking for things that are still inspiring. But I think the city needs a bit of a rehabilitation.
So anyway, I think, I don't know, I might be wrong here, but I think I swallowed a drum kit.
I believe that this clampdown on nightlife is once again just it's like a crazy uncle in the house, dude. It's some nut job trying to make sense while he's not. And at a time like that, you can't suddenly clamp down and say that, you suddenly start dictating the way women are going to wear clothes, or what are you going to do with your time, what are you going to do with your money, and that sort of thing is a very childish, unnecessary and sort of an almost troublemaker sort of. It's almost like it's administrative terrorism is what I would call it. In cinema, man, we make 1,000 films a year, and there is not one film that can stand shoulder to shoulder. Bollywood was like that. There were original stories. There was an original cinematic approach, even though it may have been absurd, even though it may not have been the traditional disciplined form of cinema, which is what Hitchcock has taught us, which is what Kubrick has taught us. And Bollywood had its kind of absurd way of telling stories, but it had its own way of telling stories. It was a genre, and it wasn't ripped out of things. It wasn't, it was a strange looking plant, but it grew in your garden. You didn't steal it from somewhere. You didn't say, hey man, I like the way this plant looks, I want this in my garden, which is what Bollywood has become now. I reject the current Bollywood. I embrace the Bollywood that I grew up on. I remember when we were doing The Tourist, in the first season of The Tourist, we were meeting Zeben Hania in Bombay, and it turned out that we couldn't get them out of Bombay because of some visa issue. So while the experience of the tourist as the makers of it was for the place to really direct you, more than trying to show it in any certain way, it was about finding out something about a place. When we came to Bombay, we were a little stumped because we were like, oh my God, what are we going to show here? Flyovers? Incomplete flyovers? Where is this going to go?
ये कहानी है 4 दोस्तों की जो ऐसी दुनिया में रहते हैं जहाँ हर रात उनकी जिंदगी थोड़ा सा अपसाइड डाउन हो जाता है क्योंकि उनका हिसाब अलग है. दिन भंगार तो रात अंडा, दिन में किसको तो रात में डिस्को.
I cast a lot of my theatre counterparts, people who I have worked with, and people whose work I completely enjoyed. And this is from the South Bombay theatre circuit. So I suppose they brought, like about 4 of them as part of an ensemble, brought such a, undefinable Bombay quality to it, which I didn't even intentionally put in there. It just happened because those 4 guys kind of bring it when they're together. So it's I would honestly keep looking for things that are still inspiring, but I think the city needs a bit of a rehabilitation.
This behavior is completely unparliamentary. How can you walk into court?
ते जानता है who mark इधर है. Tonight we died in सोई कुंडे दिल मूड सिरंद पुरुट. Stephen, इसमें कितना जूस है? Existentialism is a philosophical movement that poses दुष्टा राक्षसा. निन्ने पहले मौका तामसिंद उचिष्टा में बख्शिचे. अब
Cyan. Cafe Madras. Extra chutney. Umesh. Harbour Line.
Bandra or Vandre?
Vandre.
Your quintessential Bombay
Band. Pentagram.
Bombay or Vada Pav?
Kirti Vada Pav.
Are you a Mumbaikar or a Bombay?
Bombay.
Could you please imitate Jackie Shroff for us?
Oh man, Jackie Shroff is actually quintessentially Bombay.